Hey, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all about gentle skincare, sometimes self-care, and today we're talking peptide and their multiple benefits. You know, here on my channel, I'm always saying that peptides are a huge class of ingredients. They don't all do the same thing, and not all peptides equal anti-aging. And so today I want to walk you through a couple of different peptides that have different types of benefits, including anti-aging, but not all of them. Walk you through and tour you through some different products that feature peptides and how they're using those peptides in their formula to achieve their stated benefits. So if you're so ready to find out all about different types of peptides and what they can do for you, give the video a big thumbs up and let's get started. First up, peptides that heal wounds. This is the Hero Cosmetics Rescue Balm. And this product is a spot treatment cream that is really targeted and marketed towards those who have acne. A lot of the Hero Cosmetics products are for acne-prone skin, but this particular cream is meant to help with healthy healing of skin post-acne. So this cream can help with popped pimples. You know, when the skin is open and raw and inflamed. This cream is supposed to be a spot treatment that you put on post pimple to help with healthy skin healing, to resist scar formation, and to help with hyperpigmentation. This cream can also be used on rough texture, inflammation, just anywhere that your skin needs help mending up. So let's explore the peptides that are being used here and how it backs up those benefits of this cream. So first up is Copper Tripeptide 1. Now this is not a stranger to any of us. This is probably one of the most famous and popular peptides out there in skincare, and it is actually a collagen stimulating peptide, so it is well known for its anti-aging benefits. However, copper peptide was first studied and used in the market for wound healing. It was first approved for use in a gel called Imanin Hydrating Gel that actually helps to promote healing of ulcers. So this is definitely a peptide that is known for helping to mend the skin, heal it up, help with healthy scar formation. And going back to the collagen stimulating benefit of copper peptide, that is actually how it helps to mend and heal the skin. That's why it's so good at that, because whenever you get a wound or a cut on your skin, your body kind of signals to that area to produce more collagen. And the collagen is the protein, along with other proteins, but collagen is one of the main proteins in the skin structure that helps to mend that open wound on the skin and helps with that healthy skin formation, so that you don't get those like rough bumpy scar formations, or the skin is, you know, like a little bit off. It helps to smooth out that area so that it's really healthy, really smooth. It looks really good, like the wound never happened. They're also using Oligopeptide 32, which helps with oil control and skin conditioning. And so I often look at the oligopeptides as helper peptides, and in this formula, that's really what it's doing. It's helping to support the benefit of the cream for healthy healing of the skin. Since Hero does target their products towards acne prone folks, a little bit of oil control will be helpful with healing acne, because often that is one of the main contributing factors, oil, right, to acne. But the skin conditioning benefit can't be overlooked here with this ingredient. You absolutely do need to moisturize and hydrate any area that you're looking for healthy healing from. You know how they always say create a moist, a sealed off environment to promote wound healing, like when you get a cut or something on your hand, and that's why we use products like Vaseline and Aquaphor. They promote that healthy, moist healing environment. Well, this is kind of a take on that. Skin conditioning means softening and creating moisture at the top surface of the skin, and that's what also helps, along with the copper peptide and the collagen stimulation, that helps for that healthy, smooth skin healing. We also have the use of Oligopeptide 29, which is actually a protective antioxidant for the skin, and that can actually be another helpful peptide for protecting that vulnerable area while the healing is occurring. We definitely want to protect from outside stressors definitely needs some boost and help with UV protection in addition to sunscreen to help really resist that discoloration and hyperpigmentation after that inflammatory or trauma event to the skin. And then we have acetohexapeptide 8. Again, a peptide that is better known in the skincare world for its Botox-like abilities to firm the skin, but it's usually not well known that acetohexapeptide 8 is just a good hydrating peptide too. It helps increase skin hydration, and that links back to the oligopeptide 32 skin conditioning benefits. So this cream is marketed pretty honestly and straightforward in my opinion. It's marketed towards those who are suffering with acne, and that's really how I like to use this cream. I think that's where you see the most benefits, but you absolutely could use this cream just for cuts, for maybe some accidents with the razor if you're shaving right on your face or anywhere really. Bug bites, I think it can be particularly helpful for anywhere that you need skin healing. I think that the peptides in this formula and the overall formulation really do support that. I particularly pop this one out when I pop a pimple. See what I did there? Whenever there's that area on my face where the skin is raw, it's open, it's vulnerable, I am putting this on the area, and it really does work. I mean, it really speeds up the healing like 2 times faster if I wasn't using a targeted healing product in my routine. If I just did normal skincare, I think that it's a lot slower to mend up on its own. Using this cream, it closes it up so much faster. But it doesn't just like promote the healing by closing the wound. It really does promote the healthy healing of that wound, that smooth skin. I think it helps to cut down on the hyperpigmentation if you suffer from that. Let's talk about peptides for soothing irritated skin. A surprising benefit for peptides, right? I know when I learned about peptides that soothe irritation, I was quite surprised. I didn't know peptides could do that. So I want to explore the product Niod Modulating Glucosides, which you know is one of my favorite products. And I'm always talking about it in the context of its ability to help soothe sensitivity on the skin. And with Niod, you are going to be getting more complex formulations. And what I mean by that is that they are multi-layered. They're not just focusing in on one active ingredient to give you all of the benefits. They really approach the benefits. So here it is soothing irritated skin from many different angles and all the different ways that it could manifest on the skin. So the peptide in here is just one of many different angles that they're taking. But the peptide that they're using here is palmitoyl tripeptide 8, and it does go under the trade name Nutrizen. Now, this is a peptide that is able to help reduce sensitivity and irritation from too much sun exposure, from immune system responses, so just like allergies, right? It can also help with kind of like just stressed out skin, irritated skin, itchy skin, inflamed skin. And it is a really interesting new and novel peptide for sure. I do see this peptide pop up quite a bit with the Ordinary as well, which is a sister brand to Niod. So Decium is definitely onto something with this Nutrizen peptide, but it absolutely can help to soothe the skin. So when you see palmitoyl tripeptide 8 on the ingredients list of a soothing product, you can definitely say, hey, that peptide is here for soothing the skin. It's not for anti-aging. So within the modulating glucosides formula, we have some other approaches to calming the skin, like barrier strengthening, hydration. There's a couple of other interesting ingredients being used to address stinging and burning on the skin. And this peptide is helping to support that overall formula. And I think that this product, while it doesn't, put the peptide first and foremost in its marketing, I think the claims of this product, which is to help reduce the stressors, right, that irritate the skin and to help strengthen up skin over time, I absolutely do think that the claims of this product are backed up by the ingredients, including the peptide in here. And it really is best for soothing irritated skin, but I also, as I mentioned, I think it's great for strengthening a sensitized skin as well. And that's definitely how I use the product. And the peptide is one component of a great formula that I have loved for so many years, that's done so many great things for my skin. skin. So surprising to learn that peptides can aid in soothing the skin. So let's talk about peptides that stimulate collagen, because I think that is one of the best known benefits of some peptides, right? And I think it is what we think of when we hear just the word peptide. We think collagen stimulation, fine lines and wrinkles, anti-aging. So let's explore some of the peptides that can actually back up those claims. If you ever see on the marketing that it is for anti-aging because it contains peptides, you better turn those products around and look at what peptides they are using. If you're seeing some of the ones I mentioned right now, we are in the clear. So one of the products I want to explore is the Peach and Lily Copper Peptide Pro Firming Serum, because they are heavily relying on copper peptide to deliver the benefits of firming the skin and delivering lots of anti-aging benefits. And as I've already covered, copper peptide does stimulate collagen production, and that's what helps to address fine lines and wrinkles on the skin. Collagen is that protein that helps hold the skin up and make it firm and smooth and youthful, and it helps to tent out those fine lines and wrinkles. And so copper peptide, that collagen stimulation definitely helps with the healthy wound healing, the healthy scar formation, right? It definitely helps with mending up the skin, but it also does the anti-aging benefits as well. The reason I wanted to talk about this Peach and Lily serum is they are using a meaningful amount of copper tripeptide 1 in the product, but they've also backed up this product with 12 other peptides. I did break down every single peptide in this formula in a recent This or That video, which I will link right now on the screen. You can go check that out if you want to dive in more and really learn everything about this product. But I do want to call out that they're using 12 other peptides, 6 of which are also collagen stimulating peptides. I'm going to put all of these peptides on the screen right now so you can familiarize yourself with these names, knowing that these are collagen stimulating ingredients. And if you're seeing these ingredients on any product list that's claiming it's helping with fine lines and wrinkles, anti-aging, firming, we are good to go. Now, copper tripeptide, as I mentioned, is probably one of the most popular peptides out there. I think it is the one that gives the most meaningful well-aging results. So I do want to give some honorable mentions to a few products that I also think do copper peptides exceptionally well. Niod Copper Amino Isolate Serum and the Ordinary Multi-Peptide Plus Copper Peptide Serum. Both of these do copper peptide very, very well. And I want to explore the Ordinary Multi-Peptide Plus Hyaluronic Acid Serum. So there is a copper peptide version, as I just mentioned, but the base formula of the multi-peptides without copper peptide is this formula here. There are quite a few different peptides in here, but they're using quite a famous peptide duo known as Matrixyl 3000. And I do want to spend some time exploring this peptide because it is a great collagen stimulating duo that addresses multiple signs of aging on the skin and can be a great alternative or addition to copper peptide and something you should know about. Matrixyl 3000 is palmitoyl tripeptide 1 and palmitoyl tetrapeptide 7. So you want to see both of these ingredients on the list and you'll know that you're getting the benefits of Matrixyl. So Matrixyl 3000 does help to stimulate collagen, and what's kind of interesting about the cell communication process here is palmitoyl tripeptide 1 actually tricks your body into thinking that collagen was lost or that there was a collagen breakdown, and that's how it actually signals to our body to make more of our own collagen, which can really help to address fine lines and wrinkles for sure. Matrixyl 3000 is well known for helping certainly with prevention, but also treating the look of fine lines and wrinkles, the depth and just the appearance over all of them. It can really help soften them over time, but it also helps with kind of a lifting, kind of a firming effect for the skin. It can actually address skin texture, roughness on the skin, and it also helps with skin tone overall as well. So a lot of multiple benefits beyond just stimulating collagen that can really help on that anti-aging or well-aging journey. And of course, we have to talk about peptides for firming or Botox peptides. Oh yeah. We really want to talk about, knowing about peptides to challenge marketing claims, right? This is definitely something that we need to know about. There's actually quite a few different peptides that fall under the umbrella of a Botox peptide. I think one of the most famous is acetohexapeptide 8, and I think it's the most used one out there too. It's an incredibly common ingredient that you're going to find kind of sprinkled throughout lots of different products, whether they are claiming peptides or not. Acetohexapeptide 8 is extremely common, especially I think in eye creams. I noticed that ingredient popping up in so many different eye creams, and it can be particularly good to use in that area. But I think it's always important to understand that these Botox peptides are so labeled by their manufacturers. And so manufacturers can make some really big claims about their products or their ingredients that they're selling because they are selling them. It is a product to be sold to different formulators and brands, right? And so the manufacturers definitely have an incentive to make their product sound super duper good. And I think that's where we started to get the Botox peptide marketing and claims. However, acetohexapeptide 8, let's focus in on this one. It actually does have some really nice benefits for the skin. Is it a Botox replacement? No. I think if it was, nobody would be getting Botox anymore. Nobody would be sticking needles into their face voluntarily if all we had to do was put, this peptide serum onto our face once a day. However, it does help to target the same areas and the same mechanisms as Botox does. Obviously, it's doing it differently. It's not similar in that sense, but just the idea that it is targeting the muscles, especially expression lines, which, over time, your expressive, beautiful face that shows emotions, as you continue to smile and raise your eyebrows and express, right? And all of that, we're going to start to see that over time, those lines, right, start to really get in there around the mouth when we smile and the eye area when we smile, right? We raise our eyebrows, we start to get the forehead lines a little bit more as we repeat those movements with our facial muscles. And so the peptide here kind of helps to slow that down, soften it, firm it a little bit. And so when it kind of firms, the skin doesn't move quite as much. Are you still going to be able to emote and express? Absolutely. Is it Botox? No, it's not. But it's helping to target those muscles and that movement to soften them. And so that's a really interesting claim, but in reality, how does it actually work? So I want to talk about the Ordinary Argireline 10% solution, because this is 10% of acetohexapeptide 8. Is it truly 10% of pure peptide? No, not at all. It's a solution, 10% solution with the peptide in there. So let's not fall too much for percentage claims, but it is just focusing in on this peptide and what it can do for the skin. And what I've noticed with this particular product, isolating the benefits with this product, but also as it's been scattered throughout so many products I've reviewed over the years, acetohexapeptide 8 just really seems to have this ability to firm up the skin. And I think that's really how it's targeting that muscle movement, is it just firms the skin to the point where maybe the expression's not going as deep and things like that. It does have this really nice temporary, fast but temporary effect on the skin. Whenever you use a product and it's like 2 weeks later and you're like, my skin just seems smoother or firmer or more lifted, look for acetohexapeptide 8. It's likely the ingredient that's responsible for that benefit. And as I mentioned, why it's such a useful ingredient in eye creams, right? So that's really what the ingredient does. It works fast, and it's a nice benefit, but we have to think about this peptide as an additional thing that we're adding into the collagen stimulation. If you're not stimulating collagen, you're just not doing it when it comes to well aging. So this is a nice helper peptide. I don't think you have to isolate it through a serum like the one from the Ordinary that we're talking about. I don't think that it's necessary, since it is actually sprinkled into so many other products. It's often in multi-peptide blends. You don't have to add it in separately and know that you're not getting 10% in this product. It's a solution. So it's not pure 10% peptide. And I think that it's so easy to manipulate the marketing, especially around peptides, because as I said, it's a huge class of ingredients that do so many different things, but that key piece of information is often missing from average consumers, right? So it's so easy to manipulate the word peptide to just kind of hint at the idea of well aging, but I also think it's really easy to market on percentages of peptides, because most people don't know that peptides in formulations are used at 1% and lower. Yeah. So peptides actually, when you state the actual pure percentage of peptide being used, it's usually so small that people think it's insignificant. Small and insignificant don't equal each other, by the way, especially not in this instance. 0.2% of copper peptide can show massive results on your skin. But when you see 0.2%, I mean, you're going to be like, hey, that's nothing, and you might be more likely to go towards a product that claims that it has 10% or 20%. But those are likely just marketing, because peptides are not used in those types of concentrations. It's just not necessary, and it may not even be safe, right? So I want you to really suss out those types of claims. If they're, like I said, if they're claiming a lot more than 1, 2, 3% of peptides, you definitely do need to look at that in a skeptical way. If they're using words like complex or solution, trust people when they tell you who they are. That is not a pure percentage of the peptide being used. It is like a peptide soup, if you will, a solution or a complex of lots of different ones in it. All of the water content and all of the preservative content is also being bulked out in this percentage. Yeah, shady for sure. Everybody does it though. So if you know a little bit more about peptides, which I hope this video helped you learn a little bit more, it's so easy to just ignore all of that marketing hype, look at the ingredients, and be able to tell if it's going to be a good product for you to try out. As I said, I really do hope this video helped you out, and I want to let you know, are you team peptides or not really? Let me know in the comments below. If this video was helpful and you haven't hit subscribe yet, please, I would be so honored if you'd come join our community, especially if you love gentle skincare and if you love exploring skincare ingredients. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you're never out of the loop. I hope you are healthy, happy, and safe wherever you are in the world. I love you so much. Thanks for being here with me today. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.